Alrighty, everybody. Hello, and welcome to another afternoon Guild Wars stream. I am, as always, your host, Katolalaris, and with me is my co-host, Armchair Warlord, and special guest, Potato Revan.
Greetings! I don't
Hey,
exist.
everyone.
Yeah, Revan is still convinced he's a concept, not an actual being, which makes no sense to anyone.
Prove I exist.
You're
Maybe we
running
should
a
ask
character
Mirror Girl
around in
the matter.
Guild Wars, aren't you?
Maybe.
Anyways, Friedrich Nietzsche, let's get with the stream here.
My god.
Yep. I'm just chilling, so I'll be standing still for a minute.
That's okay. My Revan normally does all the shilling, because I'm normally running the streams. Well, now we're waiting for him because,
You're seeing it live.
yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is how boring shilling actually is.
Oh, Katal, you want me to post a link to this on Edwin's Discord?
Yeah,
sure.
post a link to this everywhere that you can, like, drop your link. So.
Are you putting this on Xanadu or no?
Yeah, I'm putting this on Xanadu. I'm sticking it everywhere.
Yeah. Like, it generally, it can go pretty much anywhere. I'm not
don't
planning
even
to let just anyone into my Discord server, so, I mean, the stream can quite literally go everywhere.
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you something. I don't care. I don't care. Ask where you want it. I just, like, put the link out there and go, hey, come on.
Hail Phoenix Argus!
Hello, Phoenix. Good to see you, man. The
He is in the
Australian.
chat.
Does
I
Shearer have a
apologize.
self-promo?
He doesn't have a shill channel. Not yet.
If they don't have a shield channel, rule of thumb is it goes in general.
Let me first of all, he's actually, oh, he's
up?
back. Apparently he was out with his kid today. He apparently has popped in on my streams before, he just is a lurker.
He's like Doomcock.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's okay. Lurking is still interaction, so that's fine.
speaking about lurking, I would like to say hello to Bionic Bellybun, who is listening in her car on the way home. We know where you are, we know what you're doing, and we are following you in the black semi-automatic behind you.
He's lying, and there's also no such thing as a semi-automatic car. What the fuck?
Yeah. Oh, and that's a kind of gun, not a kind of car.
I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm a car.
Oh, Mountains of Elysium. Hey, thanks. Glad to have you.
Yeah.
Hey,
Welcome.
This is my
Glad
fellow
you're here.
This is my fellow Irishman, a friend of mine from the wasteland known as Cork.
He says, can't stay, have to be up in a few hours for work, wanted to drop by and give the stream a like. Well, thank you very much for hopping in and showing your support.
Yeah.
We're always happy to have new people, no matter how long or not they stay.
An interaction is an interaction after all.
Exactly.
Yes.
Give Katala a sub and we'll be happy.
Yeah. Ooh, don't make me hungry.
Oh dear. So, we're going to be running around and grabbing all of these hero points, not just some of them.
I have been doing that, so I'm going to send you a map of everywhere I have.
Well,
Okay.
yeah, but AW has a character that hasn't gotten any of these, so that's
Oh,
why we're
great,
going to
so-
grab all of them.
Yep.
Phoenix R just says semi-truck. Well, yeah, but that's not a semi-automatic. A semi-truck is pretty near always got a standard stick shift. Otherwise, it wouldn't be able to pull stuff.
Where is the shell? Come on. Doomcock,
Me?
you do have one.
He does.
Yeah, it's self-promotion. I forget it exists sometimes.
I'm sorry,
do
guys. A
any of
little
you-
bit of a technical difficulties here.
No worries.
Do any of you remember when was the last time I said I put it on Facebook? Was it a week ago?
I don't actually remember.
Armchair. For safety, can you put it in that Guild Wars Facebook group I invited you to? That seems to get Katana more traction as well.
I can, yeah. I mean, I have to get on Facebook and do it.
They got really mad at Owen for posting every time I did a stream because one stream post a week apparently is the rule.
Yeah, and don't ever tell me I can't do something because I may have posted the link 150 times out of sheer annoyance. In someone's DM.
This, my friends, is Potato Revan, the world's most non-compliant human being to ever exist.
I take the words when some people is like do not press. I'm like press.
Dude, if someone told you not to press a button, you would press it like 50 billion times.
Just to see what had happened. Yes, this is true. Actually, I was in a hotel, and there's this big fireplace with the words "Do not touch," with a roaring fire inside with the words "metal hot."
You burned yourself, didn't you?
Badly. You could actually hear going sizzle. It was that. Why would you do this? Did you have to go to the hospital?
What is wrong with you, dude?
Yes,
Everything,
I did.
apparently.
I had to get it fixed up when it was 8, and I still don't have full feeling back in the tip of my finger.
You have a death wish, I fucking swear.
I'm already dead on the inside. Okay, so.
Anyways, guys, did you post an old media guy? I can put it there.
Best to do it there in case people didn't, and not everyone. You can add everyone again in Potato Revan because I don't mind spamming. I encourage it.
I'll tell you about this.
Phoenix R just goes, "Don't tell me what to do."
Yeah, pretty much. That is my life motto.
Yes.
Okay, yes, I understand that, but sometimes you have to understand that a certain don't directive is there for your safety, so you don't, I don't know, die?
If I die, I'll respawn.
Yeah,
doesn't work
respawning
that
is
way,
not
bro.
a thing in real life. Okay, so,
Anyways,
3 more Discord.
stream.
yes, let us go and do things.
Yep.
Yeah, so we have to kill a bunch of hero points, and also, we're trying to do the paranormal episode today.
Yes, that is the plan. So
okay, I have now killed in 72 Discords.
Okay, cool. Also,
Okay.
could you remove your waypoint from the map, please, Rev?
Oh, I am so sorry.
It's fine. It's just to cut down on confusion.
Yeah, so I have one for a mission that is currently green. How do I turn that off?
You can't turn that off, but we also don't need it to
ignore
turn off because we won't see it. Follow the
Yeah.
blue one. Anyways,
Yeah, we're going to the blue one.
welcome to the alleged paranormal Guild Wars and Chill chats.
Yes.
We got a little bit of a slow
Was
start.
talking about points.
Yeah, so far it's been chill chat.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, guys, slow down.
Don't get eaten up by a ghost, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So,
that's actually the plan for this stream. So, anyways, I'm not sure why that discussion hasn't been started yet. So,
Yes, I was literally about to say. So, Katala, you want to tell us about experiences on where you grew up?
yeah, so the house where I grew up is actually very interesting and I would say definitely haunted. So you know how usually when people say they lived in a haunted house growing up, you can usually go from a few things that they say, you can usually go, yeah, okay, you were imagining things. Although some
Yeah.
people, they've definitely had stuff, super weird stuff happen that's like,
Yeah.
Because kids like imagine things all the time.
yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, so my house, I would say, was definitely, if not haunted in the usual sense, it definitely had something going on, as it were. So, because here was the really weird thing too. Nothing happened during the day, like ever. Nothing ever happened during the day. But
in my culture,
go ahead.
Yeah.
In my culture, it's said that the spirits are powered by the moon because the sun, and this is like from back in Celtic times, because the sun is the stronger god, so
Yeah.
all the spirits come out during the night when he's not watching.
That's as good a reason as any.
Yeah.
Heard worse explanations.
Yeah?
Are we going the right way, Katala?
Yes, we are.
I have.
Don't really
I
go in
got
the.
dismounted, and these things all want to die.
That sounds like.
Ow.
Oh god.
Your
Stop it.
seams are showing.
Yeah. Now that I have him geared properly, Soren actually does a lot of damage.
Okay, get on your bunnies.
Oh, bunny. Okay.
Rabbit.
Oh, daddy.
Yeah, you're gonna need bunnies
that one.
because Revan does not, in fact, have a sky scale.
No,
There's a
I did
chest
not.
up there.
But you were saying
So
and you could
Yeah.
tell that.
yeah, so you could definitely tell that something was very wrong, like in the house itself. So at some points
Yeah.
around the property as well, but mainly in the house. But it didn't really, like, you wouldn't really notice it until the sun would go down and it would start, like, getting properly dark. Round about the time it started getting dusk, so you couldn't really, so things kind of bled together. That was when stuff actually started happening, right?
Yes.
Usually it would be just, like, a feeling and whatnot. But
Yeah.
I was always very prone to nightmares and things as a child. And I still kind of am, but I used to have like some serious like sleep paralysis, you know, like that
Yes.
sort of thing, those kinds of issues. I don't
Yeah.
anymore, and I haven't since I moved out of my grandma's house.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
That is weird.
So I have actually had that recently, up as recent as last week.
Yeah,
Huh.
I don't have that issue anymore. And even to this day, when I have nightmares, it's always about my grandma's house.
That is
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I didn't pick up a hit.
Do you think that some could be drawing you back there or something?
Maybe
Are warning
like
you off.
trying to draw me back or warning me off, I don't know.
Okay, you can tell by the feeling. Do you want to go back to your grandma's house?
Absolutely
or
the
when you
fuck
think
not.
of it, then it's warning you off.
Yeah. Either it's warning me off or trying to make me feel concerned enough to go back. One of the two.
Whatever it is.
Now the difference between the difference between me and my grandma, and the reason that she can live there and no one else really can, is because she never has anything happen, right? She's never seen
Yeah.
anything. She's never caught things out of the corner of her eye. She's never had the same nightmare issues or anything like that. So we're pretty sure
You were having that all the time.
Yeah, I was.
I have in my house.
Well, you know what's
because-
what's interesting is my understanding of things is that sometimes people who live in really haunted areas,
Yes, like
whatever their likes them,
Yeah.
right? And it doesn't bother me. Actually, if you've ever seen Ghost Adventures, an excellent TV show, like the most haunted place they've ever been to in the the only place I've ever had something follow them back from
Oh no.
is a nightclub in Tennessee. I want to say called like Ricky Bobby's Music World. It's a very like cheesy nightclub, but
Gotcha.
apparently that place is just, like demonic.
Good
And
heavens.
So,
but the thing is the owner. But the thing is the owner never has any problems. The owner doesn't care at all. Right? He's completely happy living. He's completely happy working there. Like he has never had any issues whatsoever with anything there.
Yeah.
so my cousin, he lives on our family's land, who's been there since, both in our family, but in the early 1840s, before the family. And there's all the families in all the diaries we found over the years, because he's still finding diaries even to today as he's renovating, are all saying this man with a big thick beard is standing there staring at him, and Ray has seen him.
Yeah.
So he's like, okay, this is interesting. So he said the scariest thing, but he always feels safe around him. He said was his wife is pregnant, and he saw him, who at this stage, we're by a physical description from a war diary, we're convinced it's our ancestor, was staring down at his wife's bump.
Huh.
And Ray said the alarm bells started going in his head. Because he's like, if I've only seen you outside, why have you never come inside until today?
Yeah.
And so Ray's like, my cousin Ray's a little bit weary. It's like, is that really him?
Yeah.
Or is that somebody claiming to be him?
Is that something pretending to be him?
Yes, because he's been outside and everything, and it's like he always appears over by the riverside where his grandson drowned. So we're like, okay, this is interesting. And why the hell is he in the house?
Yeah.
So many years later. So Ray's like, is this something? And so he's kind of a bit freaked out, but he's after going and getting a couple of religious medals, and he's after getting the house blessed.
Yeah.
And he went back into looking into religious things of old Ireland, and he's after putting the things. Now, I also explained to you about the pigs around the property line.
I believe so, yes.
Yeah, so for the chat, my ancestor was weird. We believe he was broken.
Yeah.
Well, we don't know what his actual religion was.
Right.
Because in Ireland, the Christian church hadn't taken hold whilst he was living there. It was still half, basically think of Mexico, half Christian, half voodoo. Right? So it's Wicca and everything. And talking to a Wicca friend of ours, he believed he summoned something. Because there's like a gigantic Wicca carving on the back of a barn, which Ray ripped down and burnt. And
so wait, you're concerned that this guy summoned a demon like 1,000 years ago?
Not summoned, but keeping one out. And Ray broke down the barn, and the night that he broke down the barn, he was in his house. Yep, he was in his house that night. He saw the guy standing in his house.
So you're thinking
he turned his barn down that day, and then later that day, he saw the same thing in his house.
So So you're thinking that whatever Ray did broke a ward or something?
Yep.
Honestly, that's actually kind of plausible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was down in the barn or whatever. If there was because you said there was wicked stuff on the there was.
Yeah, he was half Wiccan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you said there were like wards and stuff on the barn itself.
Yeah, in the barn there was a giant ward that was bigger than a person. It
good heavens.
Yeah, Ray said, honestly, because Ray's a nerd as well, so Ray said it looked like the Stargate.
Huh.
Yeah, that sounds like kind of exactly the thing you can never ever mess with.
Right.
Yeah.
Like in Ash versus the Forces of Evil, don't break the circle. What does she do? Break the circle?
Yeah. Ray ripped the barn down, and he said, and later that night, he said, because he's always felt comfortable around Matthew.
Yeah.
And he said, for the first time, he felt fear.
Wait, is that what the thing is named?
It's my ancestor's name.
Forgive us, King Joe.
So
Are you
it's
sure that's your answer?
so it's most
not.
likely not the ancestor. It sounds like it's most likely something just pretending to be your ancestor.
Mm-hmm.
You really don't want to name those things.
No, we're not naming it. We're saying the name of our ancestor because we haven't named it. Like Ray just keeps saying the man.
Okay,
Good.
so we need to go up to...
Forgive us, King Joko.
Up north.
We need to go up to the Temple of Cormyr first.
Okay, there. In my
Got the
grandmother's house, growing up, we used to always hear steps on the stairs, like people running down the stairs and
Yeah.
the front door opening and closing. This is normal growing up. I've grown up around ghosts my entire life.
Yeah.
Like there's a house across the road from me, and there was a suicide in the house,
Yeah.
and the guy has been seen at the window, and then it was like pretty standard stuff. The kids are scared, and I'm like, well, why are you scared of these things?
Yeah.
But one of the scariest things in my house that ever happened was I was going down, and I was going to get something in the kitchen, and I heard someone go, "Psst, Revan," coming into me, like in a deep man's voice. When I was like 15, and
Oh,
I
dear.
just went, nope, and I kind of noped back out. I'm like, I ain't opening
Not
that
great.
door.
Yeah.
So, here's a funny thing. I guess funny is a little subjective here. I'm way more ticklish now than I was as a child. And
Yeah.
here's the thing. I learned very, very early not to pay attention to things touching me or crawling on my face or just whatever else. Because for a very long time when I was very little, I would wake up from things like touching my face and I would find
You've been
nothing there.
desensitized.
I would find nothing there. So it wasn't so much that I was desensitized, I was ignoring it because I found out very quickly that if I paid it any mind, I would have like this all-encompassing so you know how some people they have sort of like a sixth sense for this stuff, and
Yes.
so
Yeah.
it would be like this overwhelming, all-encompassing, just creepy feeling that would last like, you know,
Yeah.
straight into through the rest of the day and on into the afternoon, and it wouldn't go away until like 3 p.m. a lot of the time. So
Things keep falling off of my walls. No, and I'm not
that's
saying it in a fun way.
unfortunate.
Yeah, no, I have these things nailed down, and I'm very particular
Yeah.
when it comes to and these things are like screwed in
Yeah.
tight, and then but they keep coming off of my walls and everything. And one time I had a flag, which is where the PC is now, because I can explain it easily because I'm back from the window was closed and it blocked my air vent.
Yeah.
Years ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, could easily explain it by turning on PC fan, but no. Before I got the PC,
Yeah.
my curtain used to blow.
Yeah.
I have seen cats, I've seen rats, ghosts running around, and shadow people. Have you ever seen this? A white shadow person?
Never seen anything like that. I've seen dark shapes. I've had dark shapes like dancing around just outside my field of vision. Never
Yes.
anything
I've
white.
I've never seen a shadow person. I know people who have. I definitely
Yeah.
know people who have.
I
Drugs may have been involved.
well, yeah, but
Ironically
This is
enough,
before
the
I-
few times I got high, I never saw anything.
my great grandmother apparently had the eye,
Huh.
as we used to call it in
Yeah.
old Ireland. And she used always tell the family, don't go here, don't go here. And I'm like, oh fuck it, because I have a problem. I do what I'm the reverse of what I'm told. So if you want me to be quiet, just tell me to speak, and I will get uncomfortable and be really, really quiet.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, he's reversed. Okay. Oh, there we go.
So
He
reverse
has a
psychology
manual.
must work extremely well on you.
It does.
It looks like a
In a hilarious degree.
But actually,
Yeah, but oh yeah, sorry. As I was saying, so she used to always say, "Don't go to this beach area of Woodstown,
Gotcha.
which
Yeah.
is not too far from where I live." So I went there. I was there with my friends, and my God, we were sitting down, and there's things darting around in the background, of left, right, center, all over the place.
Yeah.
Well, I'm like, okay, well, like for me, I'm like, well, that's not new. Next thing, I just put my head down and I got this feeling that if I looked up, something bad was going to happen. And don't look up.
Oh,
Then in research and things like that, there is a shadow elemental apparently living in that area.
Oh, that's what you want.
that's nice.
Oh,
Oh, yeah,
very
you told
much.
me the story. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but-
don't think
Uh,
I've heard this one.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
It
Go
was-
through it properly, Alan.
Yeah, so I felt this big wall, because I always think in pictures. That's
Yeah.
how my mind works. And in my head, I could imagine this gigantic, like a sheet, that was alive, just moving left and right,
Yeah.
of just darkness.
Yeah. Uh,
And I knew not to look at it.
yeah.
Um,
Okay, so what those things will go after you if you look at them. Told me is
no, the shadow elemental is the biggest, the baddest, and the oldest.
Yeah.
that's nice.
That's
Yeah, it's
absolutely what you want.
Absolutely. So basically, I basically said in the name of God in Irish, because it's an Irish thing,
Yeah.
and then I just like felt it stepping back,
Yeah.
and then I just walked out, and I'm there, and I'm like, yeah, I lost a good backpack, and I'm like, you can fucking keep it.
Right?
Oh, you can have my backpack, bro.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't need
So,
a backpack.
so that happened to me, actually. Something like that happened to me the last time I stayed the night at my grandma's house. So,
Yeah.
what happened was I went to bed,
Yeah.
was getting ready to go to sleep. Well, I slept for maybe half an hour. I kept waking up and finally got to sleep again and properly to sleep that time. Slept for 2 or 3 hours. And then I woke up, I could not move, and I couldn't hear. Like there was like an extremely loud ringing in my ears, and I couldn't move. And I freaked out, finally managed to get some movement back, right? And
Yes.
I like the only thing that really kind of counteracted it, I guess you'd say, is so I grabbed my Bible and I just started I fell off.
Saying every prayer you knew.
Yeah, pretty much. And
Yeah.
it finally left me alone, but it never it didn't properly leave.
It was
Yeah.
there.
Yeah.
It's like I don't know, do you have the song in Year Fades? Well, Armchair Amir, the same one, but I don't know, did he ever learn it? But there's this song that says, it's like Jesus talking,
Yeah.
right? If you ever need me, just call out my name.
Yeah.
And I know wherever
We have songs
I
like
am.
that. We have songs
Yeah.
like that in just evangelical as well. So
Yeah, but maybe those songs are like warnings. It's like not
warnings
but it's
or
like instructions.
encouragements.
Yeah, it's like, hey, if you need me, just call out my name, because there's near-death experiences. I've actually died.
I've never actually
for
died.
I have for 2 minutes. My my heart.
When were you dead?
I was dead when I went in for an adrenal operation. I don't do well with anesthetic. I have a weird heart.
Oh.
I don't take medication, but my heart beats weird.
Yeah.
So I died for 2 minutes, like a flatline, and I woke up and I said to my mom, "Ma'am, what? Did I die?" And she's like, she told me for years, no, you didn't. You were dreaming, and I'm like, but the thing is, I still kind of remember the other side.
Yeah.
That's messed
And
up.
That's
It
messed up and a
absolutely-
little creepy.
It is, but at least I saw the good side. So
Yeah.
Good to hear.
That's good at least.
yeah,
That's good to hear. If you died for a little while and you saw the good side, not the bad side.
exactly.
It's like I always feel bad for people who died for a little while and go, yeah, there actually is a hell. Don't go there.
It was really really weird because it felt like
I know. I heard a story from one dude who had actually got COVID really bad. And he was like a rocker, like really big into like Hail Satan kind of stuff.
Oh no.
Yeah.
And so he got COVID really bad. Was on a ventilator for a while, and apparently he was so he was so messed up that at one point he thought he had gone to hell, met Satan, and she was torturing the ever-living hell out of him.
Well
She,
then.
by the way.
I mean, considering that Satan is both the Prince of Lies, the Prince of Darkness, and the Prince of Light, or at least he chooses to present himself as the Prince of Light, and he or she or it can be whatever you would, whatever you would want.
There's this story about hell, and it's like not a real story, but it's kind of interesting.
Yeah.
This man dies, and he sees this angel, and the angel is like this way, but the angel has no wings,
Yeah.
right? And he's like, oh, okay, and he's like, hey, here's all the women you can ever wish for. Here's all the casinos and all the best movies and all the games you'll always win. And the man is there, goes to all the parties with all these celebrities, and he's like, okay, this is. After about a week, he's like, this is boring. That's not means anything to him. So he goes up to one of the angels and he's like, excuse me. He goes, yes. If this is heaven, he goes, this is really boring. I'd like to try hell. And the angel gets confused and goes, I'm sorry, but this is hell.
Basically, it sounds to me like that's the
Yeah,
ultimate hell is boredom,
Yeah.
which is kind of accurate because people would rather hurt themselves than be bored.
Oh, God, yes.
Well, that was one of the key features of, I guess you call it a feature of the nature of hell and inferno, is nothing ever changes in hell.
Yeah.
It's completely static.
Yeah.
There is a weird concept it's a weird version of reincarnation in Ireland, and a lot of people still, that all your friends and everyone you'll ever meet in your life will stick around in your life. You've all met them before.
Yeah.
Because it's like, have you ever met someone, like, for the first time, and it's like, hey, I know you, and just immediately gel like you've been having a conversation for the last 50 years?
Yeah.
Yay, we killed that thing. Congratulations to us.
There's one
There's
somewhere
been-
around
Now,
it. I
I
have to go find it now.
now speaking of haunted houses, so back when I was in college and I was doing ROTC and going to the army, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my school had run their ROTC unit out of the same building since the 1940s.
Oh my.
And I have it on good authority that building is haunted.
Did you
'Cause
ever
they are-
personally see anything there, or?
I didn't personally see anything there, but I know our personnel tech did. Basically,
Gotcha.
the woman who worked there doing administration, like she heard things all the time.
Yeah.
Apparently, enough to the point that she volunteered to us.
Yeah.
Apparently,
Yeah.
I mean, she heard people walking around upstairs all the time. I
Mhm.
mean, if you think about it, like that building was associated with and probably kind of closely bound to probably a lot of army officers who were killed in Vietnam, Korea,
Yeah.
possibly World War II. I'm not sure if it was used during World
Don't
War II.
if it's World War
Um,
II, don't forget any injured soldiers who came back and may have taken their lives.
Yeah.
Well, if it was
I
since
mean,
the
that too, and it's
40s,
a-
if it's since the 40s, it's entirely possible some World War II soldiers would have come through there.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm just not sure if
Granted,
they
the
used it during.
U.S.
Used it
didn't.
during
Yeah,
they certainly used it during the Vietnam.
yeah.
There was.
I cannot get through this gate.
Get on your Springer. You want your bunny.
Oh.
Yeah.
Hey.
These things got angry and now they want to die.
Did, yeah. Also, and this isn't really paranormal per se, because I don't think that these particular things are
I just literally completed my story mission, the sacrifice,
That's awesome.
by jumping over that gate.
Random, but
Oh, you're on
okay.
that first step? Cool.
Yeah. Next one is crystalline memories. So that's the thing.
Huh.
But yeah.
Anyways, as I was saying, this isn't really a paranormal thing because I don't think these things are actually paranormal. I think they're completely biological.
Yeah,
But I am pretty sure I saw a Bigfoot.
yeah.
There is an actual theory that Bigfoot is it's weird. It's a mix of real, like our world, but also from another world.
There is. I'm aware of that theory. I don't think it's very. I don't think
I
it.
don't think it
fits
holds water.
Yeah.
I will be
Well,
right back.
because
My
it-
dog needs to go outside.
Okay, so tonight's stream has been interrupted by our afternoonly Oliver.
Yeah, well, that's because Oliver is Oliver and he does things. Huh.
What the heck am
You
I
guys,
going to do?
I'm eventually going to show my dumb dog at least a picture of my
Yeah.
dopey dog on a stream one of these days. Hi.
Alright.
Alright, I'll be
Revan,
back, guys.
I'm heading over to the
Yo.
field. Yep. Revan,
What?
if you want to follow me over here, I'm heading to the hero point.
Oh, okay. No.
While I put story time on pause for a minute.
Yeah. Run! Run, you stupid char.
You fools.
Do not tickle a char. I'm gonna tickle a char. So what's the dumbest thing you've ever done in the army?
Wow, that's a good question. Spent, I would say, the better part of a week manually going through price listings on PBiz to attach a dollar figure to the amount of shortages we had in my unit.
Okay?
And this was doing it line by line on an Excel spreadsheet that was, I would say, 10,000 entries long.
Was this a punishment?
That was the dumbest thing I ever did in the army.
Okay. I would like to say to anyone watching, hey, you know you can comment and also hit that like and subscribe button. We would love to hear
Yeah.
from you.
Press that like button.
Yeah.
Or the
Come
dislike
on.
button if you're a hater, but you still want to give us engagement.
Yeah, if you hate the Irish, hit that dislike button. We appreciate your engagement. But remember, guys, hit her like button and flick her bell, and you will give Katala a warm, fuzzy feeling. And
Oh,
watch her
God.
giggle when you hit that subscribe button.
Oh, boy.
But that is a Hydra. That is a Hydra.
That is an angry, angry boy.
That is a very angry boy. It is an elite branded Hydra. I don't like them. They don't like me. How the heck? The sooner I can fly, the better. You know that?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get you through Living World Season 4. And then the whole Sky Scale grind, which is something else entirely. Yeah.
Well, what I might do for that, due to like IRL stuff, is I might bribe one of you. You know, my Sky
although
Scale for me.
actually, if you just want a flying mount, it's significantly easier to get the Griffin, and you only have to finish Path of Fire.
No, it's the I'll take both of them, but the thing is, it's like the Sky Scale is so much better.
It's better, but it's much harder to get.
I know,
Griffin's
that's what
fairly.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to have to bribe one of you to do it for me.
And also, like, to get the sky scale, you're going to want to have the Griffin first.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll finish part of what. Oh, I am surrounded by very angry boys.
Are you in trouble? You require my
Yes,
system.
very much so. I am in more trouble than a teenager after prom.
Yep, looks like it. Oh, are those things chasing you?
Yes. Yes, they all are, and I just introduced them to a new friend of theirs.
Oh boy, they're coming this way. Oh, the reset just happened. Yeah, now that Soren is actually geared properly, he actually does a lot of damage.
Well, that is good. Ooh. A chest of exotic equipment. Right. Thank you for that.
Oh, alrighty, guys. I have returned. I'm sorry about that. That's a hero point I need to go pick
No
up. I
worries.
didn't realize I hadn't grabbed it. Oh,
Yes.
so where are we
So
at?
now our Lady and Mistress Katala of House Laris has returned. How was the daily battle with the one known as Oliver?
He's fine. Just being Oliver.
Yes. Now that you're here, we can
Alright.
actually hear your reaction live. So everybody in the chat, please hit her like button. No, please rub her like button, click her bell, and stroke her subscribe button, and you will give Katala a warm fuzzy feeling, and she will giggle
Okay,
afterwards.
sir.
So as we were saying,
Anyways, now that everything's
Anyways,
done a
back
little
to that
bit
one time I saw-
sideways.
Anyways, back to
Yeah,
that one time I saw it.
Yes, do enlighten us.
So, I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen the much maligned TV show Finding Bigfoot.
I
Yes.
never have, actually. I've never watched it.
I did on
It's
medication.
still on. Go ahead.
I did on medication. It was interesting.
Yeah, I bet that show is great to watch on your medication.
Right?
Oh,
Like, watch
so
it when you're
they-
having an acid trip.
Pretty
Right?
much.
Probably amazing, actually.
It was like one of the best shows I never remembered.
Right. But anyway, so it's kind of infamous for the fact the presenters never actually find anything Bigfoot related. They just kind of walk around in the woods and generally do not have a lot of luck.
Yeah.
Probably mostly because they have a crew out with them.
Yeah, well, see, that's the thing. You're never gonna find anything, no matter what it is, if you have a camera crew with you. Like, even wildlife photographers know that. The best footage is always gotten when there's no crew.
Although it is kind of funny actually because I've read like some of their show blogs, and they apparently, like, even though they never caught anything on camera, they have had like crew members see stuff. The cast has never seen anything, but apparently like crew members have seen stuff.
What do
Which
you
is kind
think
of
Bigfoots
interesting.
actually are? Because you'd think that someone along the ways, or else do you think they're being covered up?
Maybe?
Well, I mean, I think they're animals. The simplest explanation is that they're a species of bipedal ape, quite rare.
Yeah.
So you think they're one of the last great apes, basically?
Yeah, I mean, it's like they're like the North American equivalent of a gorilla or whatever.
Yeah, pretty much.
These have to be bipedal.
Yeah.
But so in any event, but the one time when they probably actually did get a Bigfoot on camera on the show was actually in the first season.
Really?
And yeah, it was in the first season, and actually the funny thing was that the main investigator on the show didn't think it was a Bigfoot. He thought it was a person at the time, right?
Huh.
But one of the co-hosts sort of thought about it
Basically,
afterwards.
Like,
Because,
I have made mistakes. Check me out on the map, guys. Mistakes have been made.
Do we need to
Oh,
come
boy.
bail you out?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm coming.
but one of the co-hosts like kind of thought about what happened at the time, and he thought like mostly because they actually tried to chase this person down because they thought it was a person who was just messing with them while they were filming.
Yeah.
And these guys spend a lot of time in the woods, so they can move very quickly through the forest.
Yeah.
They're quick. And this person ran away from them, and didn't just run away from them like successfully. This person booked it.
Like bailed, like actually like took off at a
Like-
dead sprint.
Yeah, just like through dense brush. Just they were nowhere near close to catching this person. And
If a
so
Bigfoot
that's very consistent with sort of how Sasquatches, they're very familiar with the forest. They can
well,
move
if
very
you
quickly.
actually watch gorillas, like, do any of you ever see those videos of gorilla's zookeeper coming back to meet gorilla?
No, what is this?
But there's a video from some guy who released a gorilla into the wild years ago.
Yeah.
And he goes back to meet him. And the gorilla goes from being on the top of this hill to down, and it's like, "Urgh," you see the gorilla banging his chest. Next thing, you just hear go down through the tree, springs up, and if that's just the gorilla, like, and this thing is like scary fast.
These things are quick.
Yeah.
And they were nowhere near close to catching whatever this
Are we
thing
staying
was.
on this map, or are we moving?
We're staying on this map for a little bit. We're gonna run over to a different hero point. Get on your bunny.
Yeah.
But anyway, so the thing was that this episode was shot in North Carolina. I think it was actually close to Asheville, but it was shot pretty close to Fayetteville, North Carolina. There's a big national forest out to the west side of Fayetteville, and those of you who are familiar with the military and the Army specifically know that Fayetteville, North Carolina is where Fort Bragg is.
Yeah.
Oh, I know Fort Bragg.
So my last stop before I got off of active duty was at Fort Bragg.
Yeah.
And something I enjoyed doing was hiking.
Right.
Yeah, which you still do now, which I'm jealous of your pictures.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't call what I usually do these days hiking, but I do get out and walk and do some. Honestly, it's mostly rehab after I broke my leg courtesy of Fort Bragg.
Yeah.
Because everybody needs a parachute badge.
Pretty much.
Well-
By the way, Paula, Revan has not made progress here. He is still down in the crater.
No, I'm not.
Where are you?
No, I am not. I am. You jumped up a crystal ledge. I am one ledge behind you, I think.
Yeah. Oh, and Katal's all the way out of the crater.
Yeah.
Revan.
Guys, give me 1 second.
Katal's
My dog
completely out of
paid
the
me a
crater.
visit.
What's happening?
My dog decided to pay me a visit. I need to push him down.
Ah.
Okay. By the way, we just met the
Everybody's
Hydra.
gotten attacked by a Hydra.
Yes. Well, I got attacked by a Hydra because I left her fighting stuff with Revan. Yeah, all of a sudden I can see what the Mesmer secret sauce is, because Mesmers do a lot of damage.
They do a lot of damage very, very quickly.
And bear in mind that Soren is not completely cured.
Yeah. Mesmers and
Like his
Elementals
stats
both
are
do
not-
a lot of damage very quickly.
I do love when I get a nice burn going on Holly and I get like 8,000 Connie damage per tick.
I would like to apologize for that. My dog is a baby and he showed up crying.
Wow.
Speaking about dogs, last night something really weird happened.
Get on your bunny,
That is
Owen.
not the one. Yeah, I pressed the wrong one.
Oh.
So basically, all the dogs.
Revan, do
in
you
my-
have high jump on your bunny? Katala, he doesn't have high
hold on 1 second.
Katala, he doesn't have high jump on
Does
his
he
bunny.
not?
We're gonna have to approach it differently. No.
Lethal.
Nope.
Efficient. Excellent.
He may not be able to get up here if he doesn't have it. Alright.
He's not making it up there. That's why we were able to get out.
I've got to
We're
kill
gonna have to
this
go
thing. Yeah, we're gonna have to go out and around.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got jumped
could-
by a branded spark, so give me a few seconds.
Yeah. Wait.
There we go. It's dead now.
Where can I go?
Okay.
Hey, I could go to Live Blood Ravine and work my way over to the here point.
So follow me.
Yep.
Revan, just follow me. Really follow Katala.
Well, that's what we do. Everyone, follow her. Where's the queen? So, last night, all the dogs in my city went nuts.
Really?
Yeah.
That's totally
Right.
what you want.
Bertie, my hunting dog, like Molly was unsettled. She's a little lap dog. But Bertie, my hunting dog mix, ran out the back and started fighting with nothing.
Really?
Yeah.
Weird.
That's
Like this-
disturbing and bizarre.
This guy who's really, really lovable went out the back and he was like viciously growling.
Yeah.
I left him out the back and then he ran in faster than I've ever seen him run and curled up into a little ball. And I'm convinced I heard something like clicking.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, don't accost that.
No, I am not.
Yeah.
I locked the door and I'm like, okay, Bertie, you're not allowed out to play tonight.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's bedtime. For the
Yeah.
planet, go to bed. And then he went into bed, and he went out the back. He was playing, but ever since then, since yesterday, he's been crying a bit more.
Huh. Yeah,
I
dogs
don't
are
know.
very, very good at catching on to stuff like that.
Yes.
Anyways, so as I was saying,
Yeah.
like I said, so I used to be stationed at Fort Bragg. That's why I have a giant plate in my leg right now. One of the things I like doing, particularly before I broke my leg at Fort Bragg, courtesy of Luzon Drop Zone, was I would go hiking in the area. And one of the areas I went hiking at was there's a little park. It's like a state park, which is quite close to. It's about I don't know 30 or 40 miles west of Fort Bragg.
Uh-huh.
And it's not a big area, right? It's got a few miles of hiking.
Yeah.
And the thing was, I looked at a map later, and that was not really that far from the national forest where they had that encounter on.
Yeah,
Finding
where they shot that first episode.
Yeah.
It was in the first season. I don't think it was in the first episode. It was early.
Yeah.
And so it really was not very far from there. And the thing is that the area it's heavily wooded. Like there's houses in the area, but there's also a big power line cut, and there's not that many houses.
Yeah.
There's a lot of cover. And also importantly, whenever I went there, I would always see deer.
Yeah.
Like there was always deer in those woods. A lot of them.
Yeah.
And another thing is, if you're sort of get into the weeds on like Bigfoot ecology, is those things eat deer.
Yeah.
It's one of their big food sources. So I've been there a couple of times before, and I went out there, and me being sort of lazy about getting out of the house sometimes, I had gotten out there honestly really late in the day. It was around it was close to sunset.
Yeah.
And I was the only person in the park.
Oh, nice.
Like that. I was the only car in the parking
That
lot.
must have been beautiful.
Yeah, it was really nice. Except for the fact that I went into the woods and it was dead silent. Right. There was nothing in those woods. Just absolutely nothing. Just completely dead silent. And me not getting the hint, went and
Yeah, I'm not even a hunter, and even I know that means that there's something there.
That you should
yeah,
probably
well,
be
it was a
afraid of.
little bit unsettling, right? But I was like, okay, whatever. I'm not going to let a little bit of creepiness keep me from taking a walk. So oh boy, now I jumped off. Okay, god damn it. There's things down here I have to kill here.
Okay, I'll wait here for you.
Yeah, just wait up there. So, in any event, I decided not only am I going to walk through the creepy woods, but I'm also going to take one of the back trails that I've never been on. Because I was going on a trail that goes towards the back side of the park.
Uh-huh.
And one which I had not been on before. And so I walk out there. Oh my god, that thing beat me off immediately. Wow. Okay, I gotta wait until I get out of combat.
Your seams are showing.
Oh, that was offensive. I can't get out of combat because my minions are up there.
Great. Did you get knocked off too?
He did.
Yeah.
So, but in any event, so there I am walking towards the backside of the park, and most of the woods there are very open, that you can really see for a long distance. But there's a spot towards the backside where they get really dense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I walk up over just this little rise, sort of on the trail, and I see this dense spot of the woods. Something that was really big and jet black started shaking the goddamn trees.
Yeah, no. That's
Like,
a no.
really
That's
big.
a nope.
It was like it was shaking the damn trees. Like, it wasn't rustling through them or anything, it was shaking them.
Yeah.
Now, and the funny thing was, at the
Yeah,
time I didn't connect the dots, right? I thought this was a pig. Okay? But
I'm
then
sure it's not smart.
well... I just had not, connect the freaking dots on this before, like, this might be a Bigfoot. Among other things, because, like, the chances of armchair warlord seeing something as rare as that while taking a weak-ass day hike.
Yeah.
Taking a 2-hour walk in the woods is very, this is something people spend their whole lives looking for.
Yeah.
Right? So I didn't connect the dots, and
Yeah, it's like being hit.
here's the other thing, right? I thought it was a pig, but like I've seen wild pig,
Yeah.
and I have never before seen a wild pig and gotten the immediate clear feeling, like absolutely crystal clear feeling,
Yeah.
that I need to leave. Right? Because I saw this thing was shaking the damn bushes, and I didn't see it distinctively. It was just big and black and shaking a damn tree.
Yeah.
And I got an immediate feeling, as clear as you can get it, that I need to leave right
Yeah.
now. And I turned around and I walked away.
My
Like-
sister. Done
And if
something.
you hold on a second,
Yeah.
and if also another thing is if you look at Bigfoot ecology is they'll some people who've encountered them, they call it like zapping. They do this
Okay.
damn thing with infrasound, right? It's so they make these it's so low you can't even hear it, but people think they do something with infrasound
Yeah.
where they'll like make a pulse or something, just a very low growl that you can't even hear, but it makes you very uneasy. It makes you want to run away.
Yeah.
And a lot of people see them get the idea like the thing just sort of looks at you and you just get the feeling like you need to leave.
Yeah, now that's actually. I mean, if those things evolved to hide, that's a trick that they would have evolved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, like even certain big cats can do stuff like that, and you won't necessarily see them or even know that they're there, but certain big cats can do the exact same thing, where they'll just look at you and you'll get this feeling that I should leave. This isn't where I should be.
Yeah.
It's really, instinctual thing. You just get this feeling like I need to go.
Yeah.
That's
like-
exactly how it was. saw this thing out there, and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to stick around to get a better look at this thing. I'm going to leave right now.
Yeah.
So, my sister, done something very, very stupid and freaked out my grandfather. Very much so. She brought a Ouija board into the house.
Why?
You've read the stories.
Do you want to get ghosts?
Yeah,
Did-
and she was...
Ow.
So she was there and...
The only Mattel product that can actually create a portal to hell.
Right.
Yeah, so she was there, and she did this in my granddad's house. And my grandfather was very... He's passed away now. He was very, very knowledgeable on spirits and everything like
Yeah.
that. And he's there, and he's like... Because, you know, when kids play with stupid things and everything, and he's like, why are you talking to that board? And she's like, oh, I'm just doing a thing. And it's like, okay, who's Roshin? My grandfather stopped, looked like dead, was looking at him, and he's like, what? It's like, who's that? Goes, that's the name of my sister. She died when she was 9. She says hi. He whipped that thing out, threw it into the fireplace, and called a priest.
Only takes so much. We need help.
He got his house blessed and everything. He's like, as soon as she said the name and she says hi, he's freaked out.
Yeah, I should think so. Where are you going?
Yeah. I have no idea, because when I try to go free on one side of the map, it switches you around to the other side. It's kind of weird. Oh, there's a hero point, just...
Yeah, so you can't get to it from that direction.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to come to you. Okay?
Like, you
Unless
could
you own
if you
something
had
that
a
can
sky
fly, you
scale,
can-
but
Sky scale side. Keep sky scale. But yeah, but then...
Don't belong here. You have no right to trespass.
It's like, it was really, really weird, honestly.
yeah.
Because my grandfather was like, always like, I'm always up for weird stories and things like that. But this was like, I've seen this man who is like, looks like death. Just
Yeah.
looking at him and he's like, don't say. And then he never said her name afterwards. He used to always refer to her as my sister. And one time, there's an old thing in Ireland that said, you know when you're walking down the road and you bump into someone and they look like looking at you like you're really confused, and it's like, wait, you bumped into me?
No, it's
Yeah, they're ghosts.
Revan
This
is
is
stuck
the-
again.
No, I'm not.
No, he's not. He's good.
But it's like, yeah, they're ghosts, and they don't know that they're dead.
Yeah.
Ireland has a lot of weird things like that. Like, one night I took this
Wrong way, guys.
photograph.
No. Revan, follow Katala, because I don't know where I'm going.
In life or in the game? Hey, why don't we start a cult?
Wow, sir.
We already have a cult.
Well, that's
Apparently,
true.
we do, and I'm not sure how it started.
It started
Um,
mostly by Revan being extremely rude.
Well, that's most things. It's like, so you see someone and it's there, and it's like, Katala's like, oh, this is my friend Emma. I'd like you to meet her and everything. And it's like, we start talking for a while, and then Katala's talking to Emma that night. It's like, so it's on Discord talking to your friend Revan, and Katala just puts a beer down in front of her. I'm so sorry. How did he offend you? Please
By
point
the way,
me
I
out.
love how
It's,
for a significant portion of this conversation, Revan has literally been down in game, and he didn't even mention it.
he got back
Yeah.
up, too, very quickly, I noticed.
Oh yeah.
He just down a lot.
Oh yeah, I
Ow.
play this game solo so much that I forget to ask for help.
I do the exact same thing, like, I play by myself a lot. Will you just die already?
Fine. So yeah, so another time,
Okay.
me and my friends, we went to this graveyard at night. So, Raptor?
Mm-hmm. And hold down the
Oh,
jump
master.
really... There you go.
Yep. And when we were there, we took a photograph And I sent it to you in Armchair ages ago.
Oh yeah. Is it the
yeah,
one with
with
the
the big-
lights?
The lights
Oh, yeah.
and the red eye. Like, I was looking at it and everything, and that to this day freaks me out.
Yeah.
Like, it's a line, but the fact that they're in a line.
Yeah. That's creepy. That photo creeps
Yeah.
me out and I wasn't even there.
Yeah, and I'm there. Now, the thing is, it's like, when we were there, we heard a little girl laughing.
That's not okay. That's
No.
just
Oh,
not
Revan, have you gotten the
okay.
faster point?
Yes, I just got it.
Okay, great.
Yeah, and we're there, and we're like, yeah, we're just leaving and everything. But yes.
Well, I know, as a longtime fan of Ghost Adventures, that is something they run into occasionally. Is like, yeah, people using Ouija boards. That gets places haunted.
It really
Yeah,
does.
she did in my house, and my house hasn't been the same since.
Yeah.
There, because
Oh,
my cats used to, when I had them, they're gone.
So,
They're gone
this
to heaven
way?
now. Yep. So, they used to sleep in the kitchen.
Uh-huh.
And for some reason, I felt like there was a woman looking out for them. I don't know why, but I could literally describe her to you. But for years, this was the one description, and it felt like she was standing over by my kitchen table, where watching over the cats, and I wouldn't walk fully in. And for years, I would not go out my back garden in the night because it felt like there was something watching me.
You know, my old house. My folks have had several farms before. And my old house. Oh my god! So. I used to be outside a lot at night,
Yeah.
just sort of out on the yard scrolling. And
But there are so many brands.
the thing was that my folks' old house had a
Just because she helped us before doesn't mean
the property's been inhabited for a long time, and
Yeah.
and there was a standing stone over
Oh,
by
that is
the
an Irish. That is Irish.
yeah. There was like a standing stone. It was about the size of a person.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Over by where where the driveway used to be back in the horse and buggy days, right? Back at
Yeah.
the previous building on the property. Big piece of iron sticking out of it. I think they hung a lantern.
Huh.
And that goddamn thing, every time I walk by it at night, it creeped me out.
Yeah.
Well,
Like,
do you know what they're actually for? Standing
I
stone.
mean, I'm assuming not really.
But basically, who was ever there was Irish, however long ago. And basically what they believe is that when a wandering soul goes there, that they can lean back and rest on it and wait to get taken to heaven. But there is an opposite side. If you're not good enough, you're now tied to that stone.
That makes a lot of sense because that thing always felt haunted to me.
Yeah. It is literally, this is what I was telling you about my ancestors' religion, that this is what they used to believe in. And even today in Ireland, if you see a standing stone, we don't touch it. Because the belief even to today is if you touch it, when you die, instead of waking up in heaven, you have to find this stone to touch it to get to heaven.
That's
And
nice.
the thing, yeah, so we're like, don't touch it, do not touch it, don't touch
Yeah.
it.
Well, fortunately, I've touched that one on many occasions, but fortunately, I know exactly where it is. So,
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's kind of weird. It's just an Irish thing. It's like odd.
Yeah.
yeah. Now, did they ever hang lanterns on them? Because that one looked like it had like a metal spike banged into it. Where
Yes, they hang lanterns in it so spirits in the dark can find their way. Actually, that means they lost someone.
Revan did
like-
not make that jump.
Yeah, we're gonna have to find a... Alright.
Hold on.
There's a lower point over here.
Yep.
Coming.
Come over here, Revan.
Yep. Ah, yes.
Don't go
Ah, yeah, I see it now. Damn it.
Okay. If I can get out of
Okay,
combat,
just
there we go. See where I'm
that'd be
sitting?
nice. Hold on. Yes.
Okay, so scooch back and try from
We have an
there.
amazing talent, by the way. Mattel creating childhood memories and portals to hell. Yeah, that's accurate.
He might not be able to get over this here. Okay, follow me.
Yep. Oh. No,
Also, there might be a way to achieve this. Can you train any additional bunny masteries at this time, Revan?
Let me check.
I know you just got a mastery point.
Yeah. I've got a load of mastery points. Just what I'm setting them to. Masteries. Okay, so my Springer mount is setting to the first. I have to train. I'm halfway trained on the first one. So if I switch over to it.
Yeah, select that mastery.
Yeah. Okay, so I have to train it the rest
Yeah.
of the bar. Okay.
Will that give you high jump?
I think
no,
high jump is good.
High jump might be
high jump
3.
is number 3. But the thing is, I've gone back and forth over this fence a few times. Myself.
Oh.
Huh.
Yeah. So, hold on.
I mean, we can try it again. Might just be a
Yeah,
matter of
give
where
me
you
a
get
minute.
it.
But remember, I'm a very stubborn person.
Actually, I'll tell you what you need to do, Revan.
Yo,
Get up onto this. See where I
that's
am?
it. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I do.
And you can get over it. There's a lost orphan chest right there. I didn't see. Whee!
So, Armchair, do you want to read the chat?
Oh, I already did. Phoenix R just says Mattel creating childhood memories and portals to hell.
Another one he had
Yeah.
was from when Revens was talking about the clicking noise he heard outside his back door. Those clicking aliens from TNG? Maybe.
Pretty much, I know. But no, there's been signs of like lights in the sky, UFOs over my city, things like that. The lights are back because last time they were back, there was really weird. Okay, so for years and centuries, they've been saying that there's because of what happened in Ireland and my city. I'm not going into the history; it'll get your stream hit, right?
Yeah.
They used to send children to God in that river. I'll put it to you like that without saying the words.
Gotcha.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, I know what you're
and
talking about.
Yeah. And they used to do the same thing with adults, animals, things like that. The British used to.
Yeah.
So they said that the people used to say, even up to a few years ago, that there was a demon on the river. Right?
Yeah.
So then in 2012, over a year, it was really weird. There was lights in the sky, there was lights seen down at this old church, there was that was apparently really haunted. And then on Christmas Eve, there was a lightning storm over Waterford.
Yeah.
And all the lightning hit the river, the entire length of the river,
Yeah.
going
That's
off.
not.
Yeah.
That's not supernatural at all.
No, not at all, right? I mean, it's completely normal. It's your average Friday night.
Your average Friday night in sunny Waterford Island.
I fucking
Right.
know, right? But ever since then, the church has been revamped. I actually worked there for a while, moving a few of the bodies around, getting a couple of the names and everything. Because in Ireland, there's a cultural thing where where if you say someone's name, they will know that they're remembered in heaven. So there's people who go around graveyards literally just reading out tombstones.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's actually
so.
cool.
Yeah, so that's what I used to do. Now I jokingly said it to Catalina, which kind of freaked her out. But what I used to actually do was I used to talk to the skulls with actual respect instead of just being my weird self. And I had this one skull.
It was
of
more
someone
it was more surprising that that's a thing that people do, like they talk to bodies.
Yeah. Oh, that's awake. And we told. we talk to the dead, we whisper them, we give them kisses, we rub their hands, we talk to them as if they're alive. It's like, hey, look who's here. Don't you remember him? I mean, we never thought that we'd see him again. Oh, you look great. You did your hair really good. Tell me, you going to see Mary later, and usual things like that.
Yeah.
You
want your bunny.
Yeah. Okay. Come on, Lola.
He named his bunny Lola.
It's amazing.
Yes, my bunny's called Lola Bunny. My raptor is called spelled Tee. Last name Rex. My stingray is called Steve Irwin.
Good name.
It is for stingray.
But that gravestone thing, that was actually, it's interesting. That was a thing that I used to do when I was in high school. Like, there was a really super old graveyard really close to my high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I used to do that. I would go through and read the names on the headstones and stuff like that.
Yeah, and say them out loud and everything.
Yeah.
What we did one time was we went into a graveyard to try find people with their own names, and a guy I used to be friends with at the time, he found a guy born on the exact same day as him, who died a few months beforehand.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It was just a random coincidence, but it was a bit freaky at the same time. I literally stand there, it's like, oh my god.
I used to go looking for the headstones that didn't have any names and leave flowers.
That is very
Oh,
sweet.
Revan.
Yes.
We can glide down to the hero point from here.
Oh yeah, I'm just getting this little chest. If this little fucker would leave me alone. What the hell, you evil hentai monsters? But that is actually very nice of you, Katala. I know you have a reputation for being evil, but no wait, that's me. Never mind.
I have a reputation for being mean. I think there might be a slight difference.
Welcome, World Test JWs. No. But yeah, there's a lot of weird things like that. Like one time, in the same year, it started off with a Banshee's Cry.
That's a bit strange.
It is, like, everyone was standing there like, oh, it's a fox, and the farmer's like,
the farmers are going, that ain't no fox. Full stop.
No, the farmer's just like, why? Because this guy from the zoo's like, and how do you know that's not a fox? It sounds like a fox. That's obviously a female fox in heat. And the farmer's like, we hunt them for sport. It's like they ain't no foxes. We kind of killed them all. So no.
That's only pretending to be a fox.
Yeah, so basically what happened was there's this gate for over 100 years was closed, right?
Yeah.
The gate stood still because it was in a fairy circle. Well, you stupid
That's fine.
teenagers.
Oh no.
Oh god. Oh god.
Never.
Do you have any idea how many horror movies start this way?
Ripped up the fairy circle
Oh no.
out of the ground.
Oh.
Rip Van Winkle started with Rip Van Winkle falling asleep in like a fairy circle.
Yeah, but they
This is how you get killed by ghosts.
yeah, they ripped it open.
Why? No.
They and they broke the gate.
No, never do this.
Yes.
And
This is
they,
like stereotypically how you get haunted.
Right? Well, it's
Hold on.
not just that, it's also how you die.
Yes. You get
so-
cursed.
Phoenix says, this creature not only looking at me, but through me. It felt unnatural. Left such an impression that I developed noctrophobia from that dream.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, see, I used to be a fairly big noctophile. I cannot go outside at night anymore without feeling very, very disturbed and like I'm being watched. All
for
because
me,
of
it's
all because of my grandma's house.
So
Yeah,
with
I'm
me,
blaming you.
I don't know what the hell is going on, but uh, with me, I have nightmares of. Did I ever explain my nightmares to you? What they actually are?
I
No.
don't know if you did or not. I don't think so.
We left. Revan, you might just want
Yeah.
to teleport over here because you're.
Going to die? Yes.
He actually could get over here.
I'm stubborn enough to. Let's see.
Where are you?
I'm coming at the cliff. Whee!
Okay.
Hello. So basically, my nightmares are of my friends dying in horrible ways.
Oh, goody.
That's fun.
My nightmares are
It-
always me running away from things.
No, because I don't run away.
No,
But
I don't run in real life. I never run away from anything in real life.
yeah. I like to
Totally
make things
smart.
from me. Yes, she is smart. That is why she is woman. She is smart.
In case you couldn't tell, that was all sarcasm on my part.
Well, yeah, because you're only on the third letter of the alphabet. We know that.
Wow, sir.
Stop, sir.
But my nightmares are just always about my friends dying in very horrible ways. Like one time I watched my entire family drown.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I was there and I was like, I was trying to save him, but as I was trying to, Katala, you watch 411 Mysteries as well.
Yeah.
Right? You know what degloving is?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, I had
Yeah,
to think about it for a
my-
sec.
When I found out my grandmother was sick was when I had this dream and I was trying to help her and
Uh-huh.
her hand degloved.
Ew. No.
Yeah. Yeah. In my hand and everything, and she was still like trying to grab onto me with the skeleton hand and everything like that. This is why I stay up as late as I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Sleep are not friends.
Oh,
I
boy.
literally sleep on. So I've started this thing. I talk to myself before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I literally. It sounds stupid, but I tell
Funny.
myself a story. Oh. Yep, I tell myself a story.
Yeah.
Right before I go to bed, and it's funny and stupid at the same time.
Like, I've kind of gotten to that point myself because I still, to this day, I don't sleep without nightmares.
Yeah. That's why I always ask you, did you sleep well?
Yeah.
yeah, I'm very lucky. I sleep pretty well.
I
Doesn't mean I
usually
don't
sleep
occasionally
pretty
have.
well, but I do not sleep without having nightmares.
And when I was a kid, I had vivid nightmares. I can still remember some of them in detail, actually.
My nightmares... Honestly, if I lived in the 1600s, they'd think I was seeing the future. Because my nightmares are usually apocalyptic.
Back up slightly away from the... Oh, there you go.
Yep. Yeah, so my nightmares are usually like very, very apocalyptic.
Yeah.
Which is strange and funny at the same time. So I've developed a kind of very dark sense of, which you've experienced. I have an unusually dark sense of humor.
Alright.
I mean, your sense of humor is cringy. I wouldn't call it
Raptor.
dark.
Oh, Raptor. Okay. Oh no. I'm not showing you my full depth of how dark my humor actually is. Like, you actually have not seen me belly crack. Okay, so I was watching this documentary on people being tortured and executed, and
Oh,
I
no.
was in his... Yep.
I can already tell where this is going.
I was cracking up, and the guy's there, and he's like, and the teacher paused, and he's like, Revan, what's going on? And I'm like, he can high five himself now.
Jeez.
Oh, God.
And the teacher's like,
What's the latest on
you're
that
watching a
expedition?
man being tortured by, and he's like, so if I put you in a bull, Revan, what would you scream out then? And I'm like, he's screaming out the wrong thing, sir. It's like, oh, you obviously scream out daddy harder.
Oh my god. The fact you actually said this in class is incredible.
I fell all the way down to hell.
Did you wait, you fell? Like you fell all the way down to the bottom?
I'm in the lava.
Okay.
Oh God. Yeah, we'll come help you out.
We cannot get to him where he's at.
He might have to
He's
teleport back to
in
the
the
waypoint.
lava.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back to the waypoint there.
Will you remember me?
Of course, always.
Rip.
Right. Rip in
Can we get
pieces.
Evan to,
That's for Revan right now.
can we get an F in the chat for my character? When Katala and Armchair's characters went back to their respective guilds, and they said that Ulfrig was dead, that night Tyria had a party.
Wow, sir.
Oh, there's the master. Whoa, oh, no, okay.
You won't actually be able to get that one until you have either a flying mount or a high jump on your bunny.
Can you throw me at it?
Unfortunately, no. This way.
Coming. But,
Although it occurs to me that we could actually. Do you have any teleport to friends?
I do not happen. I do not. My bank is minus of schmeckles at the moment. But it's It's
Okay.
gonna be.
Okay.
This
Jump
will
your
sound
raptor?
really weird. Yep. But ever since I crossed over, everything feels different.
This one. This tunnel.
Yeah. Honestly, everything really feels kind of weird and different.
Huh.
Does that make sense?
Yeah?
Because, I mean, I was young, but after I came back, things were very weird with me. Like, there's places I won't go. I can tell if someone is trustworthy or untrustworthy or things like that. And for some weird reason, I've always had a nearly okay sense of if there's something around.
Yeah.
I often wondered, did I maybe bring something? Because it's not, I didn't go anywhere bad, so I couldn't have brought something back with me.
Yeah.
Oh, yay, I have, let's see. I have 32 Reaper points, yay. Boing, 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 boing. Yay, so
Phoenix Heart just says, but here's the kicker, he never read Phoenix Lovecraft or H.P. Lovecraft's books until recently, yet something akin to the Cthulhu mythos was in his dream. That's a bit disturbing.
Creepy, yeah. Although H.P. Lovecraft, I'm not sure, but I think he had crazy dreams and stuff.
H.P. Lovecraft, I believe he did. I've never been fully convinced that his writing was entirely
Fictional.
Yeah, I've never been fully convinced that it was entirely, completely fictional.
Because that's sort of a recurring theme in his writing, and that is the discovery of the great unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
In fact, I remember one of his stories was about a dude who drew an artist who did photorealistic paintings of monsters.
Yeah.
And and so he was talking to another guy who was asking him about his art. This guy noticed there was sort of a photograph that was curled up on the side of his easel, and he was like, "Oh yeah, I just use photographs for the backgrounds, whatever."
Yeah.
Well, this guy got back into this dude's studio later on and took a look at the photograph.
Uh-huh.
Well, he was paying for
I'm
one.
an idiot. I am an idiot.
Are you alive?
So
No, I am
the monster was actually alive, actually legitimately there.
Yeah, he was just copying a photograph that he'd taken of the monster.
Yeah. Okay, so Revan,
Yes.
AW, you guys want to go back to the Amnoon waypoint?
Yes. Okay, I was going to that thing that he had lit up. Okay. So there was a diary from my ancestor's wife, and she said that he was always had a very good grasp on his three languages. He would never switch words
Yeah.
unless you spoke the same languages, right? He always had
Yeah.
a very good grasp. And she said that one day, his first mate was like, "Okay, what's going on?" Because they went to they stopped in the Republic of the Netherlands at the time. And when they were there, he's like, "Hey, I'm going to go to this Prussian bar." It's like, and his friends like, "Oh man, I've heard you talking about the Prussian Empire so much because that's where his father's from." It's like,
Yeah.
"Can I come to you?" He's like, "No, man." He said, "You're wearing a British coat." He said, "I'm going to walk in." So he walked off smoking a cigar while singing a Prussian song, wearing normal clothes.
Yeah.
And so that was grand and everything until 5 days later, he came back and you know those one-shot guns that they had back in the 1820s.
Yeah.
Yeah, that he'd carry multiple of those on him, and his best friend, his wife said in a letter to her daughter that this reminds me because your father expelled. His best friend said that he expelled all of his bullets whilst screeching in Prussian. And one of the women who basically a prostitute who was there, she could speak Prussian. He was saying that there is a demon following me. Why are her eyes inside out?
Ugh.
Yeah,
Must not.
That's
And they don't know-
disturbing.
yeah. 20 years later, he was over in America and everything. But they said that whenever they dock in the Netherlands, he'd never go back down that alleyway again.
Yeah.
So I have a friend from the same city, and she's like, "Oh my god, that's the white lady. I've seen her, and she is terrifying."
Oh,
Oh, from in
that's,
Amsterdam.
That's
Amsterdam.
nice.
That's
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I
Basically-
have heard stories about the White Lady, and it has made me never want to go to Amsterdam.
But let's face it, me and Armchair want to go to Amsterdam for the red light district. Not gonna lie.
Oh boy.
Unfortunately, if you guys did that, you might actually meet the White Lady.
Yeah.
You see, the thing is that most of the reason why people used to want to go to Amsterdam these days you can just go to Colorado for. So
Right?
Wait, down naked women in windows. Please.
no,
But yeah, it's...
things that you can eat that make you feel funny.
Oh, they've got love burgers.
Oh god.
Well, let me just put it this way: they legalized pipe weed there.
Oh yeah, no, that's what I mean. They've got love burgers. That's what they're called. Where they put it in burgers. It's called a love burger.
Oh, wow.
That's weird.
That is bizarre.
Also, if say for talk's sake, Katana, that your husband decides to surprise you on your anniversary and say, "Hey, we're going to the Netherlands," okay? If you go to a cafe, you're going to get really, really high.
That... Yeah, somehow I'm not surprised.
No, because a regular cafe is where it is. It's like Roxanne said, it's like something along the lines of like Person und Kaffee. Basically, it's a person's cafe.
Yeah.
It's where you want to go, and it's like, okay, like why are my fingers called feet? Oh, there they go. But whoa, I literally nearly sent our friend on Twitter a line of W's.
Yeah.
So, it's not-
So another
Could just do that
thing...
anyway.
Another thing that has kind of ended up being a thing with me for a long time, just from as a result of where I grew up, is I won't sleep close to a window.
Really?
Because because I used to regularly wake up, and here's where my issues with sleep paralysis really kind of started. I would regularly wake up in the middle of the night to find this creepy, I don't know, just the strangest faces, and it wasn't always the same face either, but I would regularly wake up to a face looking in my window at me.
Hey, did you
To
know
the
that
point where I would rig up, like, actual giant comforters over the window.
I made mistakes. I made mistakes. I interacted with a statue and now it's very, very angry at me.
Yeah, we should probably not be doing this, but I'm going to kill this thing here quick and then proceed south.
Swiftly.
But, yeah, so,
I need
Katana,
reinforcements.
Yeah.
you're Irish. Have you ever... Well, you're Irish descent, like.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of spirits attaching themselves to family lines?
Yeah, I have. My grandma didn't put any stock in it, but my great-grandma kind of did.
Do you think that maybe... Do you know the last name of your the Irish family?
So I believe the part of the family that I had that came from that area was the Alexanders. I think they were mostly Scottish, but there was some Irish, as far as I know, as well.
No. They were involved in a massacre.
That's nice.
That makes everything so much better.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, Raphael, I love how we could tell you the family name of somebody in Ireland. You're like, oh yeah, no, they killed a bunch of people.
Oh yeah.
Or a
dude,
bunch of them were killed, one of the two.
It's Ireland. Throw a stone and you'll pick an answer. But no, the Alexanders.
Going there.
The Alexanders, they worked for one of the families up in Scotland.
Uh-huh.
And you know the Glencurra massacre from Mad Lads?
Oh, yeah.
They were involved in that.
Really?
Messed up. Oh, we have a great comment from Phoenix. At the age of 12, he had a dream of a small village plagued by a creature with a darkened... I guess it was a dark ending with a muscular body and a Venus flytrap for a head. The village was
Oh.
surrounded by dried-out trees. That sounds like a great horror movie premise.
It really
Oh,
does.
You know...
We just make a
this is
movie out of
gonna-
that.
you
We'll
know
make
this-
$1 million.
You know this is going to be weird? Maybe Phoenix is actually... If he's seen things... Maybe Phoenix is actually being visited by Aboriginal spirits.
Could be.
Possibly. Oh yeah, because yeah, like actually, you want to talk about messed up stuff?
Of course.
Aboriginal
What we're here
stick
for.
point.
The weapon?
You ever heard about No, not the weapon. You ever heard about stick pointing?
No.
Okay, so in Australian Aborigines, when they would sentence a member of the tribe to death, like they convene the tribe or whatever, and the shamans would sentence somebody to die.
Yeah.
They would have the shamans would like basically it's hard to even describe it. They would empower a person to track this person down, just however long it took. They would track this person down. This person would have a stick,
Yeah.
and this person when they found the condemned man, the condemned woman or whoever, they would point the stick at them and they would say, "You're gonna die." Basically, they would chant a spell at them. It was a death curse, and this person would fall over and die within a day. They would immediately get extremely ill and die. And actually, the funny thing is that one of the few Aborigines who ever survived this, actually they got a stick pointed at them. I think in near a town or whatever, like a white town. And a doctor got at this person. He actually put him in an iron lung.
Huh.
And that actually like kept him alive for long enough to overcome it. But I guess they sort of talked to the shamans about this afterwards, and they were like, "Oh yeah, that was powerful magic to counteract." It's a
That's wow.
So in Ireland, you have to be buried a certain way.
Yeah.
Okay. On hills, all the tombstones are all facing the same way. You
Right.
cannot face the opposite way.
We
And everything
still
like that.
have, like, you won't hear people talk about it much, and no one will really say anything about the belief system, but it's the same way here. If the cemetery's on a hill, the gravestones all face the same way.
Yes.
And then any cemetery around, like, as far as where I've been anyways, the gravestones always face the same way. All of them.
My grandfather facing the wrong way.
Really? Why is that?
Because there was a mishap with the coffin and the guys got it switched around.
Oh.
Oh.
So my grandfather's looking down the hill.
Yeah.
Which means my grandfather should be the protector of that graveyard because he's buried the wrong way. For the next 300 years, that's where his soul is.
Well, and if you want to talk to him, you know exactly where he is.
Right?
No, I don't. I just hope that it's somewhere very hot and pointy.
Right.
I'll explain to you in DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Jump on your raptor?
Oh, raptor. Gotcha.
Yeah.
No, that's a bunny. This is a raptor. Rawr.
There you go.
Ooh, I'm learning. So, one of the things that's weird in Ireland is that they find on ancient bodies that they didn't really figure out why. Is that women who died in childbirth had their mouths sewn closed.
Really?
Because they believed that their souls would come back and keep screaming the labor screams.
Ooh.
That's all they could do. Yeah, so as they were there, so now people say that they see ghosts of women rubbing their lips.
Huh.
And I deserve it too.
Must
They can't open their mouth.
That's bizarre and a little bit disturbing.
Ireland is. I mean, I'm not even going to, for reasons, I'm not going to explain the whole crowning process. That's just messed up because
It is messed up and insane and bizarre and
not for this
Wait, the
stream.
whole what process?
crowning an
And
Irish
crowning.
king.
Oh yeah, no. How about no?
Right?
Yeah, no,
You've
but
explained that one before. I want nothing to do with it.
did I ever tell you about what they would do if a lord betrayed the king and killed the high king?
I don't know if you ever
Fair one.
explained that one.
They would tie them up. They would sew their mouths closed. They would sew their eyes closed alive,
Ew.
Healthy
and then they would throw them off of a cliff.
No!
Yeah. Then afterwards, they would fetch the body, behead it, and bury it upside down with the head facing towards the sunset instead of the sunrise.
Huh.
Because remember, they believed that the sun was heaven and things like
Yeah.
that. So the Irish people really like the sun.
Yeah.
I don't know what it looks like. I mean, I've never seen it.
So Phoenix Argus says the rule of this village, they weren't allowed to have children and expelled them. The creature ate kids. An old lady that tried to help a kid and let them into her house, she wound up getting mauled.
One night I got very...
In the rock.
The one night I was very, very weak after doing something very, very stupid. Which you were there for. You know what I did.
Yes, I do.
Yeah. I was very, very weak from that.
Yeah.
I'm 100% convinced that I saw a past life.
Really?
Yeah. It felt
You saw
real,
what?
like
A past life.
Oh yeah.
Because I've
Yeah,
always
I've
felt that...
heard about that. There's some kids who will have like memories from past lives. Very
My
detailed.
cousin did that, and it was freaky. It was terrifying. Because I used to babysit my cousins. That's why I always shook I'm really good with kids, because I genuinely am.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That my cousin, she was there, and she's like, I remember when I was big, and I remember when I was here and everything like that. She's like, cool, yeah. She goes, I remember when I used to hold Granny's granny in my hands.
Oh my.
I'm sorry. What? Like, yeah, when I used to hold Granny's granny. My name was Katie. My great-great-grandmother's name is Katie, and she does not know her genealogy. She was 4.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a thing.
That's the thing, and Quiva's thankfully forgotten this, but when I told her, she's there and she goes, my nickname is Katie.
Oh, great.
That's
Yeah.
wow. No,
Like,
thank
that's
you.
a nickname that's her, like, online name that she'd use when people are talking. Right?
Yeah.
She goes like Katie online.
Yeah, she goes by,
That's
yeah, like, she goes by Katie. But, yeah,
People are being cheated.
like,
We have to help.
okay, cool, shut the fuck up now, thank you.
No.
Like,
And
no
another
thanks.
time
Do not
she-
want.
Evidence. I'm sure
Yeah.
that would be okay.
She used to go into the room where my grandmother kept as a a parlor basically. Like there was couches and armchairs. Where
Yeah.
the grown-ups used to talk.
Yeah.
And she used to laugh and she'd go, Grandad Jerry, he passed away 2 years before she was born. She's like,
Wow.
Grandad Jerry, will you don't go away now, okay? I know that you're busy in the other side, but you don't go away. Oh, okay, I'm okay. Everything froze for a second. It's like, you don't go away now, because I want to play with you when I get back. And I was there with her one day, and I'm like, Bean, yeah? Here's a photograph of the family. Of a load of old men, right? I'm like, please point to Grandad Jerry. That's him. He really, really liked that top. But he said I can't wear it anymore. You internal screaming.
Yeah, I would say so. So Phoenix says later I would accompany my parents to the I don't know what that is.
Hold on.
Oh.
Let me have a.
I do not know how to say that word, but basically to the Warplane Museum and go exploring in the scrub nearby. I'd reach a point where the surroundings looked awfully similar to the dream. He says, and I got the feeling like I should go. I should not be there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Me and my best friend, we went to this place. And it was really just a museum, just an ordinary place and everything like that. And when we were there, a cup fell off the table.
Ooh.
It was like, yeah, there's like paranormal stuff going on and everything. And we were like, okay. Yeah, that's the place where her ancestor was put on trial by my ancestor and we didn't know it.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Yeah. And we're like, oh. The funny thing about it is our families have been connected 3 times to 3 separate lines.
Jeez. It's crazy.
Yeah. Absolutely, and it's kind of hilarious. We're like, oh, okay, it's like, let's make mistakes. Get your char ass up, you lazy bastard.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of annoying.
He really kind of is.
well, I'm glad I brought the children with me. They haven't gotten to play in a while. Now feast my minions. But in Ireland, there's a lot of weird things we do. We do not show babies before the age of 1, maybe. Their reflection.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Weird.
You've never heard of that?
I had never heard
I
of
know
that one
there-
myself, no.
I know there's some cultures where they won't name a kid until they're like about a year old because they're worried I guess something will just get attached to them.
Yeah.
Now, here you don't show a kid before the age of 1 their reflection. So you know all those little baby toys where there's like reflective glass on it in
Yeah.
America? Yeah, those are
Yeah.
blurry. Over here, you cannot see them.
Interesting.
Then, because we do not show then you don't bring a kid to a funeral before they're the age of 12. Which, when my gran passed away, my cousin brought her 2 kids, which we were not happy about.
Yeah. Okay, so Phoenix just informed me of the pronunciation for that word. It's kabulcher.
Stop being drunk, Phoenix.
Well, it's an Australian word,
Yeah,
so
you want- I think it's-
not sure it can be helped.
There's a workshop over here, by the way.
When we get moving again.
There's also a
how can we
sand
avoid
trap.
the forge?
We'll have to head east.
Oh.
Hopefully we're
Okay,
far
so how am I
enough
going to get past this?
But at least
Skimmer?
the forge left us alive.
I actually kind of forgot you had your skimmer.
The awakened is better.
Yeah.
Honestly don't know.
We skimmering this?
I would, yeah.
We can
as
do
soon
a
as I'm
bunny.
in combat.
Ah, you
Yeah, I'm trying.
Looks like
bitch.
my turn anyway.
I'm not out of combat.
No.
I'll catch up.
So I would like to inform the chat about how forgetful Katala is. She was the one who helped me get my skimmer.
Why did you
Among
go
many,
up
many
there?
other things we've done.
Fucking sand shark chased you guys.
Seriously?
Oh,
Nah,
I would
it
al-
did. I was the one killing it, but it chased Revan.
Huh.
Katala, could you stop for a second? Hey, Phoenix, look at this. I would like to introduce you to Steve Irwin. What do you think?
Wow, sir.
I'm going to put my finger in its butthole.
Why?
Stop, sir.
But
Stop.
yeah, like we've got a few weird like traditions over here. Like when do you Hansel money?
Do we what?
No, what's that?
You don't Hansel? Okay, so Katala, say when we meet up, I get you a purse, a really cute purse,
Gotcha.
right?
Following me
I
so
have
far.
I have to put money inside it.
Really?
Yeah.
Hi.
Because if you don't, then it's a symbol that whoever wants you to have no money. So it's like 1 cent, $1, some tiny amount,
Yeah.
and you never ever spend it. That way your purse is never ever empty.
I think I went too far south. I think that hero point I'm looking for is up there.
Yeah, well, because I know there's one in the cavern up there, but that's, yeah, I think we need to go home. Isn't there one south, though? Or no?
There is one south, but we're closer to the one up north.
Okay.
We've been going for close on 2 hours, by the way.
We have.
Yeah.
Actually, I think we've been going a little bit longer than that. It was just after 3 when we started.
Yeah.
So we can wrap it up. We'll get this last
Yeah.
hero point and then we can wrap it up.
Okay.
No.
It's been nice being on. I would like to inform the chat that I have a streaming channel myself.
He
If you
does.
enjoy my weird. Yes, and it's much better than theirs subscriber wise. Ah. I'm
As
sorry,
he
don't
shills
beat me.
himself.
Oh, you have no idea. Let me show myself in a minute. Oh my god, I am good at skilling. Because on my channel, the one time I asked Katala to shield herself, it did not go well.
It's because
feared
I
for her
suck
IQ.
at shilling, okay? I'm bad at shilling.
So how do you like? You just simply sell yourself. I mean, you're not stupid. You're a great watch. You're fun to watch and annoy in the chat.
I mean, yes, but I am also very bad at remembering, like, all of the things. Which is my #1 biggest problem, because I am actually quite bad at remembering things that are not my viewers.
Okay. Speaking
There's a
about viewers,
sandmine.
I haven't seen Ant's Prism around in a while.
I believe Ant's Prism had some things that, that he was doing.
Yeah.
I think we saw him last time for a little while.
We
but
did
he wasn't
see
on for this.
we did see him last time, yeah, just for a little bit. He wasn't able to stick around for very long, but
And Ant's always kind of seems to like have permanently kind of have something going.
yeah.
She's been very sort of
Wait, Ant's a
evasive.
girl?
I always assume it's a girl. Katala thinks they're male.
We
Something we
can't
disagree.
decide. I'm honestly
Guys,
not sure at this point because the last time Ants really did a lot of talking, it seemed more like she was a girl.
Yeah, I've always thought.
The first time she did a lot of talking, I thought she seemed like a guy, but then the last time...
So that's the hero point. Okay, so let me go somewhere, and then I will prepare to show myself and show Katala how it's done.
Oh, Ruff, by the way, there's a mastery point near here too, if you're looking for one.
I don't know. That's a collection-based one.
No, not that one. The one immediately north. It's this one.
Oh, okay. He may not be able to get to it.
Yeah, it's a.
Oh yeah,
It looks like a
I think you need the turbo part.
So
well,
I'm
you either
going
need high jump on your Springer, or well, you might be able to jump over there with the Raptor.
Yeah, you can do that with a Raptor. You can do that easy with a
to. Yeah.
Watch.
All right,
I'm gonna
hang
deal
on.
with a Raptor right now.
He's still over there.
Yeah, sorry, I was getting my YouTube channel getting ready to show myself.
No worries.
Like a big time YouTuber person. Oh my god. I've got
This
like a
area
Blue
is-
Yeti mic and a webcam that I'm never turning on stream. It's so professional. I'm like completely set up.
Please never ever do that again.
I'm going to constantly
Don't
do that.
jump into those green glowing balls because those are death incarnate.
And you need to go, and you need to go now. Whee!
This wants to die.
Yep. That it does.
Alright,
But
have
yeah,
you-
this honestly can become like a regular ongoing thing we do because
Yeah.
we all like all three of us have a dearth of like freaking weird
mean-
and or paranormal things that has happened to us. I'm
and
getting
families. Yeah, and I've like there's a few weird things in my family, and it honestly at time. Weird question: have any of you ever felt born in the wrong time, like you feel old?
yeah, I have a couple times.
Yeah, and I'm not talking about oh, I was born in 1988. Oh, I'm old. It's like
Yeah.
no,
Like genuinely you feel like you're a lot older than anyone around you.
I genuinely, even now, which farms being like, dude, shut up. No, I am being serious when I say I feel like an old man. Which is honestly weird.
Yeah, it's a very strange, bizarre feeling.
Yes. Oh,
Okay.
I can give a mastery to someone. Yay. So I just got Fortified Descent.
Nice.
Oh, right.
Okay, so I'm going to go and drop my link in the chat. For anyone here who is not subscribed to me, I'm highly offended. I would also like to note that there's 5 watching and only 4 likes. Come on, who's not giving the like? Give that like. Come on, hit the button. You know what to do.
Phoenix says if you're expecting to get fries or chips after subscribing to Potato Revan, you'll be sorely disappointed.
Because I'll
Yeah.
eat them all. So, hi everybody. I am Potato Revan, everybody's least favorite sentient potato. So I don't exist. I'm a concept. Anywho, enough about my personal life.
Yeah, well,
So,
that make you
I have-
conceptual.
Yes, I'm a concept. So, as I was saying, I do a channel with these guys because they used to be on the CMC and the CMC went away. And now we're over on Potato Revan and we're going to be streaming during the week doing a topic because we've started a new streaming thing called Let's Talk, which is more talking about Star Wars, Star Trek, nerdy stuff in general. We do, on the weekends, we do Jackbox except for last night because life got in the way.
Yeah, life
And,
life really nuked everyone last night.
Life really, really nuked everyone last night. So I am 4 subscribers away from hitting 130, so I'm trying to hit 1 million before tomorrow night.
That's
So
not how
if
that
I-
works, dude. If you're looking to hit 1 million before tomorrow night, you're on the wrong channel. Go hit up
So
Doomcock.
yeah,
I mean, maybe if this was gaming with PewDiePie.
Right?
one day I will be on his channel.
I actually did
Unfortunately,
end
no,
up
I'm
in a
not.
Muckluck stream the other day, but I don't
Did you
think he
vomit?
had any idea.
Did you vomit? 'Cause
No.
Those mucklucks are disgusting.
Why would I? No, Muckluck is a Guild Wars streamer. He does Twitch and YouTube.
I apologize. Sorry, I thought that you meant where people were binging themselves on food.
Oh no, that's a mukbang.
That's a mukbang. Different.
Yes. That is one thing that I will never be doing on Potato Revan.
No, never.
I do not value my existence, but for some reason other people do, so that's a thing.
I mean, that's generally a thing, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, why? And they're like, man, come on. Who else is going to be weird enough? Who else is going to weird out the normies? And I'm like, fine. Stick around. But, yeah, so we stream now during the week because we gained... oh, that is a very angry skeleton.
You're gonna want to teleport to the waypoint I linked in chat, if you can.
Yeah. I'm going to die and then I'm going to teleport to you, okay? I will resurrect myself over there. Yeah, I am some demon is doing awful things to my bumhole. So my channel, we run on tangents.
Yeah.
Like that is literally how we are powered. Oh hey, there's the Mastery Sergeant. Like, so it's weird and everything like that. And we usually have a missing person who I told her to come and join. So if you're rewatching this, Maxis, I'm going to poke you in the face with something very, very sharp and noodle shaped.
Wow.
You cannot transfer maps while you're in combat. Come on, man.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Aww. So go hit me up, subscribe, although I'm pretty sure some of you already are, and those of you who aren't, please do. I really need friends. These two just, well, let's face it, Katana left her back door open and I just wandered in and I refused to leave.
He's my resident woods entity.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Armchair here has also written a book for those of you who have the ability to read. Armchair, would you like to shill it? And if you don't do good enough, I will shill you again.
Yeah, so I am an author. I've written a book. It's called The Maiden's War. I'm currently working on the sequel. But anyone look it up on Amazon, The Maiden's War by Tyler Weaver.
And if you give me just a few seconds, I will drop a link to that in our chat.
Yeah. Armchair here has also written a book for those of you who have the ability
it's
to
very
read.
well reviewed. It's actually like genuinely well.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Basically,
which is honestly...
everyone who has it and everyone who's bought it has very, very much enjoyed it.
They have, even though Katana has just come up with a brand new word.
What's your issue?
Button. Please don't beat me.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Just the difference. So here's a pretty picture of all three of us standing together.
You are strange, sir.
Look at us. I'm going to eat these two in a minute.
Here is a link
Watch me.
to Tyler's book if you want to check it out. You can get it. You can get the hardcover. You can get it in
Actually,
physical
I'm going to do
or Kindle.
Yeah, or as I like to call it, physical or imaginary. Oh, cool! You can change your identity on Discord. That is.
You can, yeah. As Revan learns something terrible, which I'm sure he'll put to extremely good and legitimate uses.
Right.
Yes. The name Penis Monster will start appearing on people's Discords.
Wow,
anyway,
sir.
so here's a link to my Discord. So basically, guys, if you want a autographed copy of Armchair's book, simply, Katana's camera's facing the wrong way. Hold on, give it 1 second. So now I'm looking.
What's your issue this time?
Oh. Yeah. Also, I do sell author copies. If you want an author, we'll happily
Discord,
sign one of several copies I have around the house and send them to you.
Yeah. Are so
I
that-
actually have a first printing.
She does.
I hate.
Hey,
Are you using? Hey, how are you?
are we using what now?
Are you using it to keep the wobbly tables settled?
I am absolutely not doing that. It is on a bookcase.
Also, your table would have to be really out of whack to need something that big to
Yeah, that's
stabilize
actually a
it.
pretty that's a pretty thick book. If your table is missing that much of a leg, I think you need to consider replacing your table or replacing your floor.
Yeah.
How about both? What's that? Hi everyone.
Wow,
So
sir.
before the end, we should literally stop, face the camera, and all of us wave.
I don't know why. AW has the world's gayest Norn bouncing around in circles now.
Oh no, he does not.
Grand
No,
thing.
he does not. He does not. No, he does not. My Norn is much more gay.
Well, I've never seen your Norn, so
If you
also
guys-
Your
Yeah.
Norn was
Norn is
not set
just
up
gay.
as
Norn-
your Norn was not set up to look incredibly gay when I saw him, Revan. So,
I have since changed his colors.
oh dear, this is
Okay.
going to
Oh,
be a
yeah.
disaster. I guarantee it.
So, guys, yeah, I'm going. You wait there, and I'll. Will you mind leaving the desert coming over to me? And
Sure, why
like,
not?
yeah, okay, because so I'll let you know when I'm ready to introduce the world to this monstrosity that is. Can you remember how to say my name?
I can absolutely remember how to say your name.
No, not my IRL name, my character's name.
I can absolutely remember how to say his name.
Well,
It
what
is
his name?
Tig.
Yay! I taught it you well. It took hours of beating. There was crying, blood. I mean, that was only from me. She was standing there. I don't know why I gave her a baseball bat.
He's being a fucking liar. Because he's Revan and likes saying very strange things.
I once
sounds about right.
I have weirded a weirdo on a chat, but I will not. Katali can rest easy. We'll not go into that story, but let me just
Jeez.
tell everyone that I have weirded a weirdo.
So
And the
I
word spoon.
ported over here, and this dude has a Norn named Gravy Porn.
Door.
I'm going to put my teleported friend back in the bank, and then I'm going to come over and talk to you about this gravy vigil.
I am at the Horncall Waypoint. Also, for anyone watching who does not play Guild Wars 2, if you want to hit us up in game one of these days and we're on, even if we're not streaming, just give us a holler and we'll come play with you.
Yeah.
At least as
Also
long
know
as we're
that-
not doing anything like super important or super strenuous, because if we're doing something super strenuous, we may not even see the chat.
Yes.
Yeah, we're on Guild Wars frequently, and we frequently are not doing things of great importance. So yeah, we would love to hang out with you guys.
So if you come
Yeah,
up here
I mean,
and look, this dude is right by the entrance to... Oh, he left.
Did he leave? Did he go
Yeah, he went away.
into Holdback?
No, I think he teleported
Crap.
somewhere.
I just-
Okay, so I just need to put this into my bank.
Okay, Revan, you gonna bring your guy out for us here?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
just need to put some stuff into the bank for a minute.
Alrighty. Well, while he's doing that, I will take this moment to shill some other friends of ours. Common Sense America, who chose not to be with us today for his own sanity, has a YouTube channel. It's very small as yet, but he's looking to grow it. So if you... I'm not sure of the name of it, Revan.
Common
Is it
Sense
just
America.
Okay, it's just Common Sense America. Alright.
It's like
So-
you, he's
Yeah.
not good at coming up with names.
Hey now. So, if you want to subscribe to him, that's his YouTube channel. He does, I believe, some history videos and other things that you
He
may...
does
or
some history videos and he does a bit of political videos and
Yeah.
things like that.
He does history videos and sometimes opinion pieces on current events. So definitely go check him out if that's your cup of tea. My second co-host, who is usually here but could not be here today, Farvithia Forever. Check out Farvithian Guard on YouTube. He plays retro video games and newer video games made in retro styles. And
Yeah, and
watching him play video games is one of the greatest things I do believe I've ever seen. If
Yeah,
you
he
want,
did an excellent stream this morning, which was he played original Golden Axe and then beat that in like 30 minutes.
yeah,
And then he went and played D&D.
yeah, the Dungeons and Dragons computer game.
Yeah.
Which,
the second one actually. I think,
yeah, I believe it was the second one.
hey,
Yeah.
I'm in Lion's Arch. Guys, come to Lion's Arch.
Sure.
Okay. Didn't realize you were in
Oh.
Lion's Arch. Stay put, and we'll come to you.
Yes, and then I want to introduce you. Hold on,
Farv is hilariously undersubscribed, just so you know.
Yes.
Give him a subscribe, give him a like, watch through some of his older streams. They're all pretty good. And if you ever wanted to watch a 1920s gangster swear at pixels on a computer screen, that's what you're getting. It is amazing and the greatest thing possibly to ever hit YouTube.
Yes, it is, and he is.
Oh, that dude is just fancy.
My
Like,
goodness.
yeah, he looks really gay.
Yeah, he does. Like, he makes Soren look extremely straight. He makes Soren
Yeah,
look
he
like
makes
his
Soren look-
sexuality is not just yes.
So
See, the thing is,
okay.
like, Soren's sexuality is yes. Tag's sexuality is men all the time. Has a profile on Grinder.
No, his name isn't Tagman. His name is Tig.
Oh, Tig. Okay, Tig.
There is another character that I have that neither of you have met yet. Would you like me to bring her out?
I might as
Yes,
well.
you-
You may as well.
Oh, please don't hate me.
Uh-oh, I'm scared. Oh, I have a feeling I know who this is gonna be.
Hey guys, will you
Yeah.
please come to Queensdale?
Sure.
I promise I was really bored and me and CSA were not supervised.
Is
That's-
this the one
that is
that
a
you
recipe for-
made? This is... I know. I knew it. I knew exactly who this character was.
Yes, so I am at a
Oh
Gareth-
wait, do I know this? Do I know this person very well?
Yes, you do.
Wait. Okay, this is a range. This isn't the one I'm thinking of. This is the other one I was not thinking of.
He basically made me in a video game. Like, he literally sat there and did this.
Yeah,
I
that's
literally made her. The sad fact is, I made her remember. How did I do?
You did fairly well. I think my hair's a little bit darker than hers, but overall you did pretty darn well.
Yes. I didn't want to insult you. I kind of did this to run around and shield you, which I may have been doing.
That's
pretending that I'm
funnier than it should be.
Yeah, because
Hello.
you might actually see me running around guild chat like coming up Katala Lars. My YouTube channel, come Katala Lars, come and see me.
You are strange, sir.
I don't know why I added it.
Impersonation, on the other hand, sounds like Mickey Mouse huffing
Oh,
feeling.
Right?
Hold on. Wait, let's make this perfect. And this, guys, is Katala at her wedding.
Wow, sir. Yeah, I actually don't dance at all, so I mean, it's as good as any.
Now, Revan, don't you have another character sitting around?
He
Who I've never
does.
seen?
Oh, I have the one character who I hate with my vengeance, my legendary Down syndrome looking Evora. Do you want me to go get him?
Not that
Not
one.
that one, the other
No,
two.
I think you're thinking of CSA. CSA did a character that was basically you, I believe, AW.
Yes, the two
Oh,
of us sat there for...
That was
Revan had.
CSA. That was
No.
CSA who did that.
Yeah, I
CSA
agreed
made
to
that
make it-
character at the same time that Revan made the character he's on now.
Yes. Yeah. It was actually funny. The funny fact is when we actually saw the height difference because I shrank the bar as high as it could go.
Hello. I
and-
believe that is Phoenix Argus
Oh, hello,
meeting
Phoenix.
up with the
Well,
guild.
well,
Anyways, so I think we're at a good stopping point. This has been the stream for this afternoon. I'm glad everyone who's here could make it. We're really happy to have you. And
Yes.
uh
Was glad to be here.
yes, and this may become a regular thing because again,
Yeah.
we all have a massive number of things like this to talk about. And Phoenix Argus, if you're interested in coming and talking paranormal nonsense with us, you are welcome on the next one. So that's it for today, guys. We're gonna take a break. Thanks for being here,
Yeah.
y'all. Have a good rest of your day. Peace out.
Don't laugh.
peace out.